Hey, what's up? This is Dan McDonald. I'm the Liferegenerator here on the YouTube. And I just wanted to catch the lighting, basically. I love the lighting. The lighting is, it's all about, if you're like a YouTuber, you know it, or a camera person, you know, it's like all about the lighting. And so when it's a good time in the evening here in Oakland, California, then you just grab the lighting and you make a video for all your friends on YouTube to just say what's up, talk about health, encouragement today. Had a great consultation with a very intelligent man today. I really liked his approach. It was an engaging conversation. He was a great guy, intellectual and well-read, but also open-minded and very creative at the same time. So it was really cool. And we were just talking about how, you know, where do you find the truth in all this, you know? And that's just the thing. I mean, fruit, greens, I mean, high glycemic, low glycemic. What's the truth? And the truth is that you have to pay attention and stay awake. The ego loves to be right and have one structured way so that it can be in control. But as you go down this path, you realize, I mean, you've got Robert Morse, high fruit, herbal tinctures, herbs, bowel herbs, strong, bitter herbs. And then you've got Gabriel Cousens on the other side with the green juices and the low glycemic. And then you've got Lou Corona, who's eating more fat of the soaked nuts and seeds. And so who's right? Well, let me tell you, the greatest thing I ever did was study all their work, practice it, and now apply it. Now I've got the Dan McDonald Liferegenerator plan, which is more inclusive. They're more specialists. I'm more a generalized life regenerator, and I have a unique kind of a style here. And what I try to do, it seems like a narcissistic trip, but what I try to do out of my, you know, my respect for being in this position and my the heart, the love that I feel for the people who watch these videos, the people that I meet and the people that I never will meet, is I try to use my story, my life, what I'm doing to inspire people. And what it does in turn is inspires me. See, you are helping me just as much as I'm helping you. We're helping each other. I learn from so many people. My program has been to just generalize, give people the motivation to make the basic underlying choices, to get the essence of this thing. In other words, you know, it'd be better to have a salad than it would be to have a pizza if you're concerned with your long-term health. It's kind of like that. Now, I do have a lot of specialist knowledge, but I'm still in the process of really having my experience of it, you know, creating that pinnacle revelation to where a man like Robert Morse would have his conclusions with his subjective experience. Eating, you know, fruit for 4 years and oranges for 6 months. You're going to have some of your own personal subjective experiences in truth. And then you're going to share that with the world. Lou Corona is going to eat nothing but greens for 2 months, and then watermelons for 45 days, and then do a whole bunch of water fasting. So he's got a balance there of the fruit. Did 45 days on watermelon kill Lou? So what's this whole business about, you know, candida, high glycemic, and all that? Lou's still alive. He's thriving. He ate watermelon for 45 days. Why didn't the high sugar kill him? Why hasn't the high sugar killed me? Why do I thrive on green juices as well? A different kind of energy when I'm drinking like lots of low glycemic green juices, which I've done. I've also done monofruit dieting, and I also love to do the you know, balance of whole fruits and green leafy herbal vegetables. Those are where I can really just navigate, play. I'm building vitality slowly every day. Now, let's talk about Gabriel Cousens. All these people I have a tremendous amount of love and respect for. And I've learned from all of them and taken all their knowledge and made it my own and practiced it. But Gabriel Cousens uses the green juice, low glycemic. Totally understandable from a certain point of context. He did a 40-day green juice for ascension of the energy. To my understanding, I don't know anybody's story perfectly, but I've talked to these men in depth. Not so much Gabriel Cousens. I wish I could get to know him better, but I know Robert quite well and have had many discussions with him, and I got to know Lou quite intimately as well and got to dig deep. And, you know, you hear the different stories. So who's right? Well, they all ended up in a place of that radiant regeneration of the spirit, which in the end of it all, my friend, you may be interested in putting on some muscle and getting girls. We will make a video about that soon. I need to be on point when I do that. I need to be feeling that one just right, because it's a very touchy subject. But then, you know, I can't remember what the heck I was talking about, but so I'm really apologize for that, because I go off on little tangents and then I forget where I was. But the point is that, you know, I remember, see, now we're all really, this is a spiritual path. You may want to lose some weight. You may want to, like I said, put some muscle on and get some girls. You may want to improve your skin. You may want to clean your bowels out. You got irritable bowel syndrome. How are you going to do that? Soothe and cool the GI tract. You're going to want to use these foods as medicine. Hippocrates, let your food be your medicine. And you can do this. And is there one right way? Well, the seasons change. People change. We get older. Our environments change, our conditions change. So I'm for one am extremely open-minded. I am not attached to my belief system that a diet that consists predominantly of fruits and leafy green herbs is the only way to go. I have no religious dogma about it. I don't want to convince anyone. Like I said, I'm a generalist because in the end, what I have found in my own life is that the love is the key. That's where I find the true balance, stability, strength, power, the ability to create, is by constantly reminding myself to stay in that state of love, regardless of what's going on. And doing the work, moving through the fear by, you know, allowing those fears to arise and not running from them, and not distracting myself, allowing myself to feel those feelings and creating a loving space around fears that may arise as your life unfolds, as you gain more consciousness, more awareness. Before, you might have been just doing drugs because you didn't even want to feel no fear. It wasn't cool. You just wanted to feel good all the time, you know? So with drugs, you can sort of think that you're getting away with that, but underlying, you're still having the unconscious stuff. It's nice to get to the unconscious, and you do that with the awareness and the honesty and the understanding that everybody's going through this thing. We're all human. No one escapes the vicissitudes of human life, and that's why I talk about compassion. Everyone loses somebody. Your grandma, your dad, your daughter. We're all going to see people die, unless we are the first ones to go. But most likely we're all going to see someone pass on, close to us. Everyone has to deal with that, and it doesn't matter how enlightened you are, you're going to feel that. You know, so we all have to live as human beings, and I'm just really, I think it's very important to me for unity consciousness to realize that we're all one big family, and to use your life to become a better person so that you can really uplift humanity. You know, it isn't really what you do. You've heard me say this before. It isn't really what you do, and it isn't really what you say, and it isn't really what you know. But it is what you allow yourself to become, because that awareness is always there. It's always tapping in. In fact, you are pure awareness. The rest of it is a story. It's content. And it is perception. But the awareness is always there. Try to not be aware. You can't do it. It's on. It's automatic. It's autonomous. You have no control over awareness. You can't not be aware. You cannot stop your awareness. So is it really you that's aware, or is awareness aware of itself through you? It's all very interesting. So you just become more allowing of that awareness, and you become more of that awareness, and then you can sort of create a lot more space around the ups and the downs of the human life. And so really what I'm trying to help people to understand is that yes, we're going to keep going down the road of diet, because I love cucumber juice to soothe, cool, and heal. I've got more work that I want to do with this body, and with this regeneration of the energy body. Waking up the energy body as much as I can in this short amount of human life that I can. And I think if I was somebody out there watching these videos and I was talking about what I'm talking about, Dan, and he's saying the things he's saying, I'd go, this is pretty cool, because it's not that rare. I asked everyone last night at a talk that I did at the Oakland meetup. Hello everyone, thank you for coming last night. It was really cool to meet all of you at the Oakland Raw Food Meetup. But I gave a little talk and I said, does anyone here think about their eternal destiny? And nobody raised their hand. So I thought, well, geez, no wonder everyone thinks I'm a wingnut, because I think about my eternal destiny every day, all day. It's like, what am I doing with this life that is going to affect the eternal destiny of my soul, spirit, energy? You know, like, we don't need to get into the karma and have all that argument anymore, or the reincarnation or any of that, because I'm not really trying to convince anyone of anything. But that energy has to go somewhere. Whatever unresolved issues or unresolved desires, it has to go somewhere, because that energy doesn't disappear. Energy, thoughts, desires, they all have a energetic component. And so anyways, that'd be a whole nother video series in itself. But we want to clear the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies by constantly trying to remember what we are. So I'm just really getting to the point where, again, at the meetup last night, I was just like, after I gave the talk, I said, what am I? You know, am I a raw food guide? Because I ended up just talking about love and, the infinite destiny. A little bit, it's like a little bit about raw food, a little bit about God, a little about the infinite destiny, and it's just like, I'm sitting there thinking, people must think I'm nuts, because I don't really have a program. I don't really have a real structured bullet point. I just get up there and just go, like I did on this one. Capture the light. Say hi to my peeps on YouTube, because I love them. And, and just so grateful to be here, and just, it's kind of narcissistic, but yet I'm also a good person who has a good intention. And that intention sets out a vibration, and it comes right through the camera, right through the computer, and it might resonate into you. Like, I became this because I continue to, again, watch David Hawkins before I go to bed last night, talking about the Clear Path to Enlightenment DVD. I just want to get it. I just pound myself. My Sivananda book. Tonight, I'm going to read a book, an old book by Arnold Ehret, to remind me. It's called Kranke Menschen, is the German version, The Cause and Cure of Human Illness. And it's a fantastic book. It's the mucusless way to get the mucus out of the cells. So even though I'm totally stoked on healing and regenerating bodies by removing the mucus, the heavy metals, the poisons, and the obstructions in the physical protoplasm, I'm also very interested in helping you to alleviate like heart pressure. Like this morning I had a lot of fear around intimacy and things like that. So I really want to have intimacy and take this crusty rock off the outside of my heart, because I've never really let anybody in in the sense of a woman. You know what I mean? And I'm 37 years old, and I've never let a woman into my heart because I'm afraid. And I saw that this morning. I was like, holy crap, So that's the kind of thing that'll happen when you spend a lot of time alone and you practice meditation and you're praying to wake up and you're making these videos for you, reminding you. What I do, I say, your challenges are opportunities. Well, when I say that, and then the fear comes up, that's the first thing that pops into my head, is that I just made that video, and so I need to take this fear, instead of going and doing something, I need to sit here and feel this fear of intimacy. And I felt it, and it was hanging around there in my heart for a little while, and I was like, I didn't run from it. I was like, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this fear being here, And eventually it just subsided, but I know that throughout the rest of this day I've been feeling it. But to honor you and these videos, I'm not just going to get up here and say, oh, it's fancy crap like, hey, make your challenges opportunities. I'm going to do that when you're not looking, because I have that much respect for you, and I'm not going to jerk your chain. Not once. No way am I going to waste your time on these videos and not just get up here and rap and have a fun time. This is so much fun for me, because I just love it, because so many people seem to benefit. So my point to all this video is absolutely nothing. That when you're a videographer, a life regenerator, you got to get the lighting. But the other underlying principle is that I am really in love with life. And that's what I teach you. I'm on an upswing. Is it going to probably maybe come down for some reason? I don't want to curse myself, but life goes up and down, man. I'm just happen to be eating really well, sleeping really well. This room, I walked in today after house sitting this weekend, taking care of some pets. I walked back into this room. The walls are saturated with a divine light, love, energy. It's like I wish I could live here forever, but it is very costly. But I'm getting some dentistry done, and I found a super good deal, 60% off on Invisalign. So they're filling a couple cavities, moving some stuff around. They're going to slap some Invisalign on there, and in 2 years, 18 months to 2 years, I'm going to have the nice straight teeth that I've dreamed of. And I owe that to all of you coming here and watching these videos and then buying my DVDs, you know, and I'm just very thankful, and I just want to give back, and I'm really cool at like pushing the button, getting the lighting, coming in after an awesome bike ride and a totally cool leg workout, hack squats, just to rip them, and then just living an epic life and wanting to use my life, not what I say, not what I do, not what I know, but what I am. And hopefully that comes through on this camera, and you can gain some benefit from it, because I absolutely love your encouragement, all your emails, and I'm going to continue to help you as much as I can. I don't know everything, but I have a nice balanced approach. Those are basically 3 of my main mentors. But there's Arnold Ehret, Paul Bragg, Norman Walker, all those guys, man. You know, Henry Lindler, all the old schoolers, even the guys at True North Health. I learn from all of them, and I respect them all. And I respect you all. And I'm not just going to jerk your chain. I am a very fortunate human being. And I am never going to, hopefully never, take that for granted. That you're here now watching this video, allowing me to do, this is my art. Just getting up here and BSing away. Isn't that amazing? And I'm sure, you know, there's always some thumbs down, but I'm getting used to it. It's none of my business. There's just so many people out there that I have met, and it's just, they look at me and they're just like, dude, you're cool. I like you. This is what I like about your videos. This is what I like about your videos. This is what I like about your videos. And everybody likes something different. And I just try to keep random stuff. I've been doing a lot of talking heads. I did a bike ride video today, but I ran out of battery juice. And so I'm trying to help people as much as I can on all different points. Let's get the kids healthy. Let's eat our fruits and vegetables. Let's learn more about detox. I will share with you the next water fast coming up here in a couple weeks, going back to True North Health. Very excited. Again, another reconnaissance mission. I don't expect to have the complete healing after just a short little water fast again. This one will be a little bit longer, but I'm keeping my mind open. I have a pretty good idea about it, what number I'm going to hit, but I don't want to set anybody up to say, why didn't you make it this far? You're not good enough. You don't have discipline. Because I don't care what other people think. I did that last water fast for health. This next one is going to be a reconnaissance mission to gain more knowledge and insight into the fasting process. And also I want to devote this one to the spiritual growth, or if God, if you will. Depending upon your religious understanding of the universe, if you want to call it nature. I have a lot of respect for atheists, agnostics. I have a lot of respect for every single human being on this planet. And my job today was to look at them all as I passed them by and see the beauty in each and every one of them and to love them. And, you know, that's just my job, is just to start loving people no matter who they are and what they are. It's easier to love a lot of people like that. When it comes to the true intimacy, I hope that I have a chance to work on that one of these days and just get the crusty heart healed up from a broken heart as a little child, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like all that. You can let all that go, I know, and everyone has all the answers, and I got the counseling, and you send links, and you need to do this, and EMT, and all that, and I've done all that, and I have to wait on the you know, the process of the inner guidance, going by my own intuition. It guides me so strong these days. The intuition is on point. I'm listening. Learn to listen to yourself. Thanks for watching this long video. There's so many things I'd like to share because of the awesomeness of this life and the awesomeness of my life that I'm experiencing now. And I will continue to make videos till the cows come home because, one, I love it. And it helps me to grow, so you help me to grow, so thank you. I mean, I really mean that from the bottom and the top and the sides and the front and the back of my whole heart. And I cry because I love, and love makes me cry on these videos, man. And so I try to avoid that too much. I try to avoid too much appreciation on these videos And every single one of my mentors has always been the same. Whenever they think about the gratitude of God's goodness, or the goodness of the universe, and how good it is, and they stop and a tear comes out of their eyes, and then they got to stop the lecture for a second, they got to stop the video for a second, and I don't stop it. I just stop the tears and I just say, okay, put that away, go off camera and cry like a baby sometimes for long periods of time. And how just good it is, but they're tears of joy. Tears of joy rolling down my face at the goodness of this life, because in the end, it's pure divine love and pure divine peace. And you may see other things on the planet that don't, to you and your perception, do not seem cool. But I assure you that all is in good working order. And the most important thing that you can do to make this world a better place to be is to align yourself with the highest levels possible. If it's only courage that you can get to, then awesome. Or the next is willingness. If you can just get to the willingness to let others be what they are, and the willingness to, you know, hey, get an ice cream cone or not get an ice cream cone. It doesn't matter to you, right? Or next, let's go up into just the intellectual understanding of the universe, you know, like looking at things in the scientific, intellectual part of you. Can you really just look at things and take less emotion about the whole thing, and just look at everything from a rational approach? And then, you know, try to not get too emotionalized and have parades and throw rocks at the other guy because, you know, you're so emotionally charged or whatever. You chill out with the emotional charge and get into the rational mind. And then you can even go beyond that into love. And you can begin to see, well, there's no real way to know anything too much because the infinite context. You'd have to know all the facts, and you'd have to have all the data of every event that ever occurred in the whole universe since the beginning of time. And I don't know any human being that has all that. So when you get to that level of love and you're willing to be within that field of energy, then, you know, you're going to see things differently. It's going to really expand. And then you can even get and hope for, align yourself with unconditional love. And then you really got some of that work to do with the ego, who's not really too stoked on unconditional love, but more, the ego is more stoked, or the conditioning of the mind is more stoked on being right. So you have to ask yourself the question again, is it more important to be kind, or is it more important to be right? I will tell you, I am Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, signed, sealed, and delivered. I'm choosing kindness. And then beyond the unconditional love, you can get into that state of joy, of just living. It's like the joy of just being alive. And that's kind of like I'm feeling that state lately. I wake up and I'm stoked. I ate light. I've been living right. I create my mind. I don't let the negativity get in there. I don't let it rattle around and play ping pong in my brain. Oh, you did this. Oh, you're that. Oh, you're this. Judge yourself for that. You're not this. You're not that. I say no. Bam, and I just go right back to that place of infinite context, and I am a divine being, and I'm here to just be love right now. And it just saves me from that whole mental ping pong of any kind of negativity. I am love right now. And then after that, you know, it's peace. And that is really my next overall desire. Desire, but just not really desire, but just my willingness to allow that which is already there to arise. The peace is already there within the infinite field. And in my opinion, this is not new age anything. It's old age, and it's also going to be science in the future. It's the science of the future, and it's the ancient truth of the past. And so, you know, I'm just, the peace is the field. So Thich Nhat Hanh said, there is no path to peace. Peace is the path. And he said it a little differently, actually. He said, there is no path to peace, or there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. So really, for me, just constantly working on being peace. That's my next overall goal with the spiritual work. And I promise you, I will continue to share with you the fantastic results that I've had from fresh fruits, leafy green juices, different things like colonics, massages, and rebounding, and fitness, and breath work, and meditation, and all the good things that I've used to create a really nice, healthy, balanced abundant and loving life for myself. So, you know, let's work on the body, let's work on the heart, let's work on the mind, and just really let that light, love, power flow through us, and just emanate the goodness that is already within you by releasing the obstructions to the awareness that it's already there. You already are the sunshine of love. It's already in you. For some of you, it may be more deeply buried for one reason or another. But my advice to you would be to excavate that, to begin the process of excavating it. And it's not an easy path, but I will tell you where I'm at right now, that I have done some work on the excavating of the heart, and it has been worth every ounce of effort that I've put into it, because it really does become a miracle after a time, and it really does pay off. You got to trust me when I tell you, do the work. Be patient with yourself. I could go on and on, because I do care about you. I love to speak about these things because it helps me, and I really hope this video helped you. So thank you so much. I really care about you. You're just a good human being. I know it, because if you made it through this whole thing, you are either nuts or you have a good heart. And I'm willing to venture that it's that you have a good heart. So, thank you. Good day.